Hey, y'all doing this? Rob Bartlett here, Preacher Man R&B, and listener episode Ratio TV 91. This time I'm doing another movie reviews, and this time we're reviewing Creed 2. What Creed 2 is about is Adonis Creed. In the first beginning of the movie, he fights for the championship, and he's fighting the same guy he fought in Creed 1 that took his Mustang away from him. And they're fighting for the belt and to get his Mustang back. He winds up beating this guy and becoming the champion, and he gets his car back. Well, after this, his promoter goes to Ivan Dragoff and his son, Victor, and gets this fight set up between Victor Dragoff and Adonis Creed. And at first, Adonis didn't want to do it, and then he starts letting his emotions get the better of him, and he agrees to the fight. But Rocky doesn't want him to do this, so Rocky doesn't go with him and doesn't help him train because he thinks it's a mistake. So Adonis Creed goes back to the guy that he was trying to get to train him in the first movie, and the trainer's father was the trainer that trained Apollo Creed. So Adonis is training, and the first fight between him and Victor Drogoff happens, and Adonis gets destroyed. He wins the fight by disqualification, but in the process, he gets bruised kidney, a ruptured kidney, bruised ribs, all this internal damage. He's in the hospital for a little bit, so Rocky comes to see him, and he tells Rocky to get lost because he's still angry at Rocky. And then we find out that Adonis and his fiancee are pregnant and have a baby, and Rocky comes and talks to Adonis, and then Adonis agrees to let Rocky train him again, and then Adonis's baby's born. And Rocky starts training Adonis to fight Victor Drogoff again. This time they had to go to Russia and fight, and Adonis does almost the same training regimen Rocky did when Rocky went up against Ivan Drogoff. But it's only difference is they do this in California where Rocky trained in Russia. But Adonis gets trained up and gets ready to fight Victor, and the second fight happens, and they make it to go all the way to 10 rounds, and Victor is done cracked Adonis's ribs again, and then Adonis beats Victor in the final round and regains his championship. And that's all that really happened in this movie. If y'all ever watched Creed 2, what did y'all like about it? As always, Preacher Man R&B signing out. Got you, Jesus. Also, the spinner episode of Retro TV 91. See y'all next time.